morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. In today's video, I just played for you a short little study from the Lefevre 60 exercises for clarinet. And I thought this would be a really good one because we haven't really done a finger buster in a while. So I'm going to give you just a few tips for mastering this one and getting it to sound nice and smooth and fluid. So the number one thing that we always want to do is start slow when we're practicing. This is a lot of coordination of lifting and pressing fingers and a lot of the same kinds of things. So you want to make sure that you can play this evenly at a comfortable tempo. And when I say evenly, I mean a lot slower, making sure that your fingers are very well controlled. So nice and even. The tendency, you know, is to right, and the fingers can sometimes go a little wild and crazy, especially when we have repeated things kind of going up and down, right? So do it nice and slow and very controlled and very even, metronomic, whatever you want to call it. The second thing that may help is keeping your fingers close to the keys whenever you're practicing slower, or just moving your fingers in more controlled motion. So I'm not the biggest, you know, like finger height, you know, police person out there making sure everybody is playing with the correct finger height. Because the reality is it depends on your hands, it depends on your fingers, right? Depends on what you're playing, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to have your fingers super close to the keys. In this instance, since we're doing a lot of lifting and pressing and lifting and pressing, when we do slower controlled motions with the intention of speeding it up, we want to make sure that we really build that control at the slower tempo. A lot of players their fingers go flying simply because they don't have that control built up in the muscles in the back of the hand. We're really good at gripping, right? But we're not as good at lifting. So slow controlled motions, keeping your fingers close to the keys if you need to be able to have better control with these muscle groups back here. The other thing, this is, yes, a finger exercise, and we don't want our fingers running wildly all over the place when we're playing this, but we also want to make sure that we use really good air support, really full air. And one of the things that I've been telling a lot of my students lately is to imagine that you are focusing all of your air pressure at this point in your mouth when you blow. So you just put your finger there and blow a little bit and feel kind of that air pressure in your face. And for me, just blowing high like that helps keep the sound very consistent, whether I'm playing low or high. So I aim to feel that air pressure in my face, all registers, all dynamics, whether I'm tonguing, whether I'm slurring, it doesn't matter. Always feeling it right there. And by doing that, it naturally helps me support my air better. I take more relaxed breaths, and it kind of helps my throat relax a little bit too. So it's kind of, at least for my playing, it's kind of like this singular focus that helps a lot of other things just do better, right? All right, and the last thing about this, there is a misprint in the second to last line, or at least I think it's a misprint, so I'm playing it the way that I think is correct. There's a progression of descending line every measure, and that one, for whatever reason, didn't print on the line lower, it printed a line higher, and so if you play it as printed, it sounds weird. So I'm including the changes on the screen here, so you can pencil it in your part if you wish to do it the way that I did it as well. All right, so that is your short little lesson for the weekend, and I hope you guys have fun practicing this. It's a nice change from playing Jean-Jean's Vade Mecum. If you guys like what I'm doing here, please consider supporting my channel by becoming a patron or a channel member. I have links below, lots of cool perks, and it's one of my favorite things to get to know viewers every month through our coffee chats and our meetings and other means of messaging and commenting and all kinds of stuff. So it's a great community there, and thank you everyone who is supporting me so far, and I'd love to see more of you guys there. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, have a good week next week, and as always, happy practicing.